Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news. Welcome to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. I'm your host, Bill Price. Our guest this week, Nigel Butler from Fairport, New York. He's the creator of a new sitcom streaming on Amazon, a humorous look at life in the local church. It's called Problems Higher Up. And I was watching some of the episodes, and I got kind of The Office vibe from watching it. And I don't know if you're familiar with that show at all, but it's my favorite show on TV, or was when it was on. Now, was that kind of what you guys were going after when you made this?
Well, I mean, I was very inspired by The Office and by the Andy Griffith Show, actually, the kind of dynamic between the characters there. So, yeah, I would say The Office did have a lot of inspiration, especially for us when we were actually on set there in the office of the church, you know?
So it's streaming on Amazon right now if folks want to check it out. But like it said, it's called Problems Higher Up, a sitcom. What is it? What was the aim behind it? And why did you guys make it, Nigel?
People always tell you, write about what you know. And I'd always wanted to do sitcoms. And I've been in the church my whole life, and I knew how people are there, you know, the good sides and the bad sides. Not like we're dragging any dirty laundry out or anything, but what people don't understand or look at a lot in the church is that it is an office setting, and sometimes, you know, there are very real relationships within that, and there also aren't a lot of, you know, clean family TV shows out there. So we really took all those inspirations and just put it together into one show.
Yeah. So what did you learn about the local church in making this sitcom?
Well, I think that this sitcom itself is really just a collection of what I've learned from the local church. You know, it's all thrown into episodes. A lot of these stories were based on, you know, somewhat true stories or real events, you know what I mean, or jokes that we've told. And so, you know, it's the exact opposite of that. It's kind of me and all my church-going experience kind of put into these episodes.
Yeah, I know there's lots of material you could use when it comes to talking about kind of behind-the-scenes stuff with the local church. Why did you choose the stuff that you went after?
Well, I mean, a lot of it is just, I thought they were funny true stories or funny kind of stories that we've talked about, or honestly, a lot of the times it was also just, what would this character do in this situation, and why do we have this happen, you know? And a lot of that is what came to eventually mold the stories, you know? I don't know if you realize, but, you know, in especially the second and third episode, there are some subplots there that are, you know, completely off course from the rest of the story, but that's because I wanted to get as much story time as I could into the 22-minute time block.
Yeah. We're speaking with Nigel Butler, and he is the creator of the new sitcom that's streaming right now on Amazon. It's called Problems Higher Up. And what's your favorite scene and why?
Honestly, they're working with my dad was a lot of fun. He played Stan, the elder there at the church, and it's just a lot of fun. It's kind of, you know, not necessarily what the scene included, but just working with my dad on the set and watching it now, it always brings a smile to my face. It was a good time. You know, it was just a great time filming and a great time watching.
Yeah, and tell us about the rest of the cast and the crew there. Who are they, and why did you pick them for the show?
So as far as the crew goes, that's really huge shout out to my brother Stuart, who ran camera, audio, everything behind the scenes. If I wasn't on camera, I would help out a little bit with that, but most of the time it was just him. As far as the cast goes, they're all wonderful people who, you know, enjoy acting or agree to do this voluntarily and just really dedicated a ton of time into this show. And, you know, we couldn't have done it without any of them. So thank you very much to them. You know, it's just a huge group effort.
And once again, folks, this is streaming on Amazon Prime if you want to check it out. 3 episodes. Can we expect more stuff?
Well, you know, time will tell. We definitely have a lot more content. I know that the backing is there behind the scenes. Everyone who worked on this season here wants to do more, but it's really, you know, how many people who are watching it want more And if it's meant to happen, it'll happen.
That's Nigel Butler from Fairport, New York, this week's Hometown Hero. Join us next week as we search for your home, your town, your hero. It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.